the 32nd Sunday of Ordinary Time. I would highly recommend a very slow reading of the first reading for today's liturgy from the Book of Wisdom. And it fits very well with the Gospel, but I'd like to share a little bit about wisdom. Wisdom is not knowing answers. Actually, it's living more peacefully with ultimate questions. But one of the lines in the Book of Wisdom, the reading, is that wisdom is the perfection of prudence. Early in our Jesuit life, we were highly encouraged to learn modesty. And it was modesty in many ways, but especially modesty of the eyes. To be attentive to your surroundings, be attentive to what's in front of you, but not be looking for what's going on. Noises. I have to know. And that was difficult enough to keep your eyes cast down, and because if there was a noise, you'd want to look and see if everything's all right. Wisdom is being attentive. The word attentive, retain, all those tension, they're words of holding. So attentive is beholding, if you will, what's going on with you. And wisdom is not knowing a lot of things, it's being available, or it says in the reading, be vigilant. So please pray, watch, read the first reading of today's liturgy, because it's got a lot to do with what we call discernment. And we'll share with you, we go to the Gospel now, and there's a wedding, it's a parable. So the parables are always to help us think, not to learn, but to help us ponder. And so the bridegroom is coming. This is a parable. The kingdom of heaven is like this. This is the way it's on earth. The kingdom of heaven is not in heaven. The kingdom of heaven is what Jesus proposes on earth. So it's like the bridegroom is coming, but he's delayed. And there are 10 virgins waiting and watching. It gets late, and 5 of them have enough oil and 5 don't. And the 5 that have, it seems, are stingy. For the sake of the parable, they are careful for themselves. They would not have enough oil to help the bridegroom. So they say, now you go to town and buy some for yourself. There's many interpretations of what that oil is. It seems that the 5 unwise were not prudent. The 5 that were unwise were entitled, in a way, to something that they cannot get of themselves. And that's the trick. That's what I think the parable is about. That I can't make you believe. I can't make you have any interior awareness. I can't make you discern or be sensitive or attentive. I can't do that. You do that. And you can't go and buy it from somebody else. The wise virgins had done their attentiveness, but not the foolish. They were, they could rely on somebody else perhaps. And then at the end, the bridegroom goes in, the wise virgins who have enough oil, they go in, close the door, knock, knock, I don't know you. I don't know you because I can't come to you because you would grasp me as something that you can get by yourself. That's a tricky one. My insight is, my sharing with you is that I have to, as a person, if I really want to be associated in the kingdom of heaven, I mean not just in heaven, but right now, I have to be discerning. And what is that? It's a sensitivity, it's a way of living that is modest. I don't have to know everything. Discerning is, I want to be attentive in as much as I can. Discernment is not about making decisions. People come to my office and say, can we discern for 10 minutes? I say, no. You could decide in 10 minutes. You could weigh things this way or that way. But discerning is an attentiveness, a receptivity. And I don't get it from you. You have to go and buy it. You can't buy it. And I don't know you, Jesus says, in the kingdom. You won't be of my kingdom on earth because you think you're entitled to it. Somebody will give it to you. You can earn it. No. In the parable, I know you because I know that you were attentive to me interiorly, patiently waiting. The perfection of prudence is discernment. My choices will come from discernment. They will not be impulsive. It will be a modesty of spirit, which is very difficult. So you read a book about discernment, listen to talks about discernment. No, you can't buy it at a merchant in town. It's sitting, pondering, tasting, being available, not needing to know. That's the oil. The interior. That which gives light to others and light to myself because I haven't hastily demanded or was entitled to insight. Discernment is not insight. Discernment is inner sight, if I can make a word. It's not. It's a modesty that allows me to receive rather than grab, to be reflective rather than instinctual. Instinct is impulsive. Discernment, wisdom. Remember, wisdom is not knowing a lot. Wisdom is being aware that I can't know everything about myself, but I am open to, attentive, not intense, but intention. I have an intention. I want to hold within. Well, I wish I could give you discernment. I work with it myself. What spirits move me? What oil is within me that gives me patience, receptivity? I can't teach that to you. You can learn discernment by stumbling through undiscerning instinctual activity and profit from that. And maybe the 5 foolish virgins learned something. And when they were invited to wait for the bridegroom, they would have a little more oil of discernment to wait, to receive. So, discernment, wisdom, I think they're the same thing. Please read the first reading. Wisdom seeks us. Wisdom sits next to us at the gates of our lives.